Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Oh yeah.
What's up guys, Mr. Whale here, and today I'm finally back after 3 months, and I'm going to be bringing you another tier list. God, is this all my channel's becoming? A tier list channel? Man, what has my channel become? Anyway, before I get into this tier list video, I want to explain to you why I haven't been uploading. This couldn't have happened at a worse time. My computer blew out. The fan blew out. I had to order a new computer. Finally came a few days ago. Finally back, ready to upload for you guys. And I hope that I'm going to be uploading more than every 3 months, you know? Now, before I start babbling on more, I'm going to tell you I'm going to be doing this tier list a little different than I usually do. Instead of just, ranking them on the letter tiers, I'm going to be ranking them from my least favorite to my favorite. So, without further ado, here we go. And, there are 2 games I haven't played. My bad. Don't get mad at me. Sorry. I haven't played the first 2 Far Cry games, Far Cry 1 and Far Cry 2. I don't know. I've seen gameplay and they just don't seem appealing to me. I watched reviews about them. Far Cry 1 seems like it's a disaster. Far Cry 2 just doesn't seem like any of these other Far Cry games, so I have no interest in playing these. But here we go on to the actual letter reviews. My least favorite Far Cry game, but still, I enjoyed playing it, so it's still on the B tier list. Far Cry, here we go, Far Cry New Dawn. Far Cry New Dawn is my least favorite of the Far Cry games, but I did enjoy playing it because of its unique story. The things I disliked about the game is the way you got weapons, the way you had to upgrade your home. They tried to make it into more of a role-playing game, rather than the way Far Cry played before. And another thing that I didn't like about this game was the main villain. And no, I'm not talking about the twins. I love the twins. Once I beat the twins, I thought the game was over. No, I'm talking about the main villain, Ethan. Now you guys are probably thinking, who the hell is Ethan? And I'm gonna have to agree with you guys there. Ethan is Joseph Seed's son or something. His self-proclaimed son who felt wronged by Joseph Seed. So, what did he do? He went into the forest or something and decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take a serum that turns me into a gigantic bear. So Ethan was the main villain of the story, who had 5 minutes of screen time prior to the final battle. And he was the final boss battle after the twins, who you've been interacting with the entire game. Now that's what got me angry about that game. But I still enjoy playing it because it is a Far Cry game and I enjoyed the Far Cry series. Now, my second least favorite game, so it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 4th out of the 5 games. It's gonna be Far Cry Primal, but it's also on the B tier because I enjoyed playing it. I enjoyed how the game was primitive. I actually enjoyed how there were no guns. I enjoyed the unique fighting style. The only thing I didn't like, even though there were subtitles, I had no idea what the people were saying. I had a hard time following along, and the story was just long and it dragged on, in my opinion. But again, I did enjoy playing the game because I enjoyed, smacking people across the head with a baseball bat or a baseball club, whatever it was. I like the fact that there were 2 main villains in 2 separate boss battles. That was a good addition to the game. What else did I like about this game? There was fast travel, so I like that you didn't have to, travel on foot from one side of the map to the other. You could have fast traveled, so it doesn't take hours. But yeah, that's pretty much all I remember about Far Cry Primal, if I'm being honest with you. Here we go on to number 3, and on the A tier, it's gonna be Far Cry 5. Now, Far Cry 5, I played 2 years ago, so I don't remember much about Far Cry 5. I just enjoyed playing it. I loved the Seed family, though. The Seed family were wonderful villains. And I like how there were three what do you call it? 3 territories across the map. I liked John Seed, Faith Seed. What was the last guy's name? Jacob Seed, that's who it was. And then the final boss battle, Joe Seed. Now, the controversial thing about this game is no matter what decision you pick at the end of the game, Joseph Seed wins no matter what. You get to choose either to walk away with your friends, don't fight Joseph Seed, or you fight Joseph Seed and he takes you down while you're fighting him. If you pick the, spoiler alert by the way, if you pick the walk away, you walk away with your friends, with the sheriff, the chick, and I think, Pratt, Deputy Pratt. You get into the car, you start driving away. The sheriff's like, "Oh man, that was a close one. Won't you say Rook?" And then he turns on the radio, and dun dun dun, the music starts playing. The trigger music starts playing, and the screen gets red, and roll credits. My prediction is the rookie, whatever his name was, he went crazy and killed his friends. I mean, it's kind of obvious that happened. So, hence, Joseph Seed wins. And if you fight Joseph Seed, he mind controls all of the people that you interacted with throughout the game, and you have to shoot them down and then save them afterwards. And then he literally launches a nuclear bomb, and he destroys the city, basically. So, you lose in the end, and I think it's a pretty damn good ending to the game. A lot of people might not think so, but controversially, I do. Now here we go into the top 2 games. This is where things get controversial. My number 2 favorite game, and on the A tier list is, this is probably gonna make some people mad, Far Cry 3. Oh, you can yell at me all you want in the comments section. You can dislike the video, but please do it respectfully. I know people like to yell at me if they don't disagree. I've gotten a lot of comments about that. But, I mean, I did enjoy Far Cry 3. It's a really good game. It's just not my favorite. Now, it's probably not my favorite because I got this game a few months ago and I didn't play it when it first came out like everyone else probably did. So that's why it's probably everyone's favorite, because it was the first game they always played and it was nostalgic for them probably. Now, the thing I didn't like about this game, and I mean, I'm not blaming the game at all because of its old age, the mapping system. The mapping system was so hard to control. I could, when I would try to fast travel, I could barely, click on the fast travel icon because it was so hard to click onto. And the gun system, when you would aim, I don't know, I just didn't like the way the gun shot and fired. But the story for Far Cry 3 was incredible. 5 friends, or it was 5 or 6 friends, they celebrate something, I don't know what they celebrate, but they're celebrating, and they skydive into an island, and they get captured by Voss's tribe. It was Voss's tribe, and the main villain's name, I don't remember the main villain's name, but Voss was pretty much the star of the show. But yeah, I liked the story where you were basically on this quest to save all of your friends and your brothers, but one of your brothers ended up dying, I think, at the beginning of the game. But you were on this quest to save all of your friends and your brother, and you were led to believe that one of the brothers died, and then, spoiler alert again, when you get farther into the story, it's figured out that he's still alive, and you had to torture him because you were on an undercover mission. You didn't want to blow your cover. But then, it doesn't matter because the main villain knew the whole time. But yeah, there were 2 endings to this game too, and I think it was pretty obvious which one was the good one. You could either kill your friends and join Citra, Voss's sister, and you have intercourse, and then she stabs you. So that's the bad ending. The good ending is you save your friends and leave the island. So obviously I picked that ending because it's the best ending. And I mean, you were on the quest to save your friends from the beginning of the game. Why would you just kill them at the end? It makes no sense. That's why the only logical choice would be to save your friends. But yeah, this was a great game story-wise. The outposts seemed really easy. I don't know. This game was just pretty easy to me. Probably because it was so old, and older games seem to be easier than newer games, you know. But that's just me. And in first place and on the S tier, I'm so sorry if people disagree, Far Cry 4. I don't know what it was about this game, but I enjoyed the hell out of this game. I've heard that people don't like this game only because it's the same guns, same story. I don't care if they're the same guns in a game. I don't care if it's the same story recycled. I just play the game to play it. And you know, I played it and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of this game. I love the story. Pagan Min is the main villain, so you think throughout the story. Controversial opinion here. I think Pagan Min is the good guy. And the only reason I think that is because the whole story is you go to the Alps to bury your mother's ashes as her last dying wish, and then Pagan Min tortures a few of his men at the beginning of the game, which makes you think he's the bad guy. And then he takes you and your friend into his house. They take your friend away, torture him, and then you get rescued by the Golden Path. Now the Golden Path has a very great name. Golden Path makes you sound so heroic, right? Wrong. The Golden Path are the bad guys in the story. At the end of the game, if you choose to shoot Pagan Min and then go back to the Golden Path, whichever one you chose to stay alive, it was either the girl or the guy. I don't remember her names. If you choose to save the guy and go back to him at the end of the game, he slits the throats of everyone who worshipped the girl. And if you save the girl and go back to her at the beginning of the game, she kills a little girl and makes all of the miners sign up for the military. So the Golden Path are the bad guys. Pagan Min is the good guy because Pagan Min married your mother and had a kid, and your father killed the kid, I think. I think that's what the story went. But yeah, the Golden Path are the bad guys and Pagan Min is a good guy. That's why it's not S tier for me, because it was such a twist ending. I had no idea it was coming. When I got to the end of the game, I'm not gonna lie, I shot Pagan Min because I thought he was the bad guy, and I immediately regretted it. I should have saved Pagan and went to go bury the ashes. But it's just a game, it doesn't matter. And yeah, that's pretty much my tier list. You guys are obviously gonna disagree. That's okay. Just be respectful about it, please. Don't scream at me. Don't hate on me. If you want to hit the dislike button, please be my guest. My Nickelodeon tier list video has like over 150 dislikes with like 40 likes on it. So I thank you to the 40 people that kinda agree with me on that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. I will see you guys in more tier list videos. Here, I'll give you a hint at what my next tier list video is gonna be. I'm gonna do Teen Titans villains. I'm gonna do DC animated movie universe movies. Maybe I'll rewatch all the Pixar movies and rank the Pixar movies. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that'll be.
I feel drop their